Hey guys, Dread here, and welcome back to Hiveswap Friendsim. So, last time we met this very cool chick. Turns out I think it's Bronya's ex, so it had some drama. But, anyways, let's get right back to where we left off. So, I think we are, yeah, we're on still on volume 6. So, alright, we're just skipping that. These two. I'm pinky in the brain, motherfuckers. I cannot pronounce those names for the life of me. That's my struggle for this entire universe, so let's get started anyways. Wandering deeper into the city, you wash up on the shores of what looks like a rougher part of town. Everything about Altaria is pretty rough, honestly. But down here, the streets get narrower, dingier, and the buildings are run down. Streetlights flicker, and the patrolling drones look less inclined to serve and protect and more likely to shoot you and claim it was self-defense. Okay, so American police, got it. You haven't seen any tracks, but if you had, this place would definitely be the wrong side of town. Again, you don't really know what you're talking about. Everything you know has been gleaned from exceedingly painful trial by fire, but this looks like the sort of place no one cares about except the people who live there. Alright, hold on, let me get closer. Noisy group of trolls spill out into the streets up ahead. You quickly duck behind a row of garbage cans. Ah, great, we're in the garbage. You had recently become gun shy around groups, especially since most of these guys look fancy and wearing symbols on their chests of various shades of blue. Not to generalize, but blue bloods are starting to freak you out. Everybody here messes with you, but the higher the whatever. These particular blue bloods all look lost as you did several friends ago, gazing around in varying flavors of bemusement and frustration. They glance nervously between each other and the looming buildings on either side. Okay, instantly. LOL. With a hot jolt of adrenaline, you realize you aren't the only person hiding in a pile of garbage. There's someone else. Two someones, actually. Take what you initially take as one large lumpy troll resolves on second glance to two smaller trolls, a girl and a boy. The girl is clinging to the boy's back like a greasy sloth. Damn. It looks like a pretty precarious position, in your opinion. You've recently become an expert in falling down. They're both skinny and stringy, but damn, you thought the smell from them. You thought the smell was from the garbage, but it might be them. Oh god. And Blue's just busy living their pathetic lives, walking out of their hives, straight into our trap. Okay. I'm not gonna comment. I already made the joke. Idiots never see it coming. Yes, if they mean the trolls out in the street. Probably you should just mind your own business, but when the fuck have you ever done that before? Also, it's nice to see someone besides you getting mocked at for once. You kind of want to join in the mocking. Who the fuck are you? Where'd you come from? Trash creature. Born out of trash. Sorry if I'm butchering their voices. Well, so much for not getting mocked. These two are probably equal opportunity mockers, though they mock everyone, kind of like Polyva had been with murder. They keep snickering, you can't help thinking you're being called out. No, we're gonna take this. You never thought about it, what weird sexual idiom that is. Regardless, you decide to swallow your protest. Hey, that's sexual also. Thanks, English language. You don't want to start out a friendship with hostility. If you had parents, they would probably tell you two wrongs don't make a right. Oh, great, we're an orphan. No wonder we're pathetic. You could argue it isn't worth trying to befriend people who open with insults. But that's just how people are here. You gotta roll with it or get out of town. And since you literally can't go anywhere, You just roll. You really, really want more friends. Addiction is a powerful thing. You can't go to rehab for friendship. Admit you don't have a Lussus, and that you are pretty used to insults these days. You include an effective shrug to demonstrate just how easily everything rolls off your back. You get a little kick at the pavement and hang your head, even if you aren't quite sure what you did wrong. LOL, Rusty dunks on their own damn self. Don't have to do shit. This could be kind of relaxing for us. The girl turns her weird, spidery face towards you. You should come hang out. Wait. What? You want to hang out with this bottom feeder? Okay, rude. They look like a huge drag. I already have enough dead weight with your ass to drag around. Oh man, you really hit the jackpot with these guys. 2 friends for the price of 1. To answer your earlier question, you may have. Forgot you asked. He hacked their Palom GPS to bring them down here. Idiots can't do shit without that fancy tech. Blue Bloods are all arguing now. Somebody throws a punch. You figured it's a good prank. A little mean-spirited. They stop yanking at his hair and looks at you. Wow, you really are pretty basic. Hey, Brenner. I'm just gonna assume they're siblings. She gives his hair another yank, like it's reins of her horn. He's her horse. He grins, showing. Wait, does he have electric powers? He grins, showing a bunch of big, blunt teeth. He raises his hands that cackle with white, hot energy. Your stomach clenches and your feet leave the pavement, just enough for your toes to drag along the ground as you float over to them. For a few seconds, you have zero control over your body. Oh great, they have telekinesis. He lets you down, and you land hard enough on your heels and make your ankles twinge. One of the flickering streetlights shines down on their face. What you have initially taken as a deep set of eyes are actually no eyes. They're just black holes in her face. They look super creepy, also super painful. Yeah, so what? You think I would just have eyes like some kind of normie? You never really accuse her of that. That isn't really a word you have in your Lexington. LOL. It keeps doing that, saying the word instead of laughing. It's actually a hell of a power play. Goddamn idiot doesn't know a case of void rot when they see it. Have you never met a gold blood before? You have, but you aren't sure if she counts. You aren't sure if your other friend counts. They're an internet celebrity, for one thing. For another, they have eyes. Well, one eye. And the other one wasn't lost to void rot. Whatever the hell that is. Wonder if that's why she's on top of him. She's kind of a combination steed and seeing eye dog. Oh, my bad. Void rot means my body doesn't retain energy like it's supposed to. Just look it up on Gorgle. Fucking Gorgle. That's awesome. It means I'm dying constantly, all the time. You almost point out that technically everyone is dying all the time, but you sense that isn't really a moment for fake deep fuckery. It really sounds like it blows, though. You tell her of how sorry you are. What do you mean? What do you mean, why would you be sorry? You didn't do anything. Besides standing there looking ugly. Idiot thinks it makes a difference. Like what they think actually matters. LOL. Bro, just fucking laugh here. I can't wait for I can't wait for the Trizza to take this one down the coal fields for a little R&R. What? Rest and relaxation? Sounds nice, actually. Rampage and Redding. Ah. Wow. And here was me thinking we could get through a whole conversation without bringing up precious Trizza. I don't know. Trizza rules. I love Trizza. I know, dipshit. It's hard to do their voices. I'm making the girl on top sound like trying to do Peridot voice, and the guy in the bottom, I keep thinking Red Sun from Monkey Kid. That's the voices I'm trying to do. I'm so tired and my voice hurts. Rack your recent memories, trying to figure out if you know what a Trizza is, or who. Trizza is basically the third member of this relationship, considering how goddamn horny you are. Okay, so, for a couple, I don't know. To get her cybernetic tentacles all up in you. Wow. What? What? Is that supposed to make me feel bad? Sounds great, actually. Oh, God. Too much information. You watch too much Eastern Altarian pornography. It'll be way better than sitting around with you, always sucking me dry. This sure is something you're witnessing right here. It must be that Black Rom stuff Zebra had been briefly filled you in on. You cock a hip and compliment at them of their obvious incredibility, healthy pitch romance that they got going on here. Because everyone knows there's nothing to people and lovers spat like more than someone interrupting them to spout random bits of cultural knowledge. That separates them, metaphorically, at least physically. She starts clinging on to his back. Wrong again, fuck bulge. Hold on. We're pale. So pale. Oh, pale. That's the nice one. The petting one where you talk about your feelings and don't have sex. What? You got something to say? You guys really don't seem to have your shit together. Okay, see if they have a stable relationship. Right. Glad you understand. I don't feel great about this. It's not cool to tell lies, especially not to your new friends. But it's also not cool to neg your rad new friend's relationship, especially when you don't know how to fuck with any of this stuff. When you don't know how the fuck any of this stuff works. Yeah, makes sense. Honestly, you should probably come up with some sort of... I'm not even gonna attempt that. You know what that means. Huh? Yeah, you'll workshop it. LOL, you actually seem okay. Obviously a huge normie freak. That's okay. Wonder what kind of people Cuprum, fucking Cuprum, have been hanging out with if he thinks you look normal. At this point, you're, what, dressed in bathrobe, sunburned, slathered in sparkly lotion, and probably a bunch of other stuff you can't remember right now. His friends must look really wild. You hope whoever those friends are will be your friends too. You aren't picky about looks. The group of blue bloods on the street, maybe they could use some friends too. You're getting the vapors at just out of all these potential connections. You start around the dumpster to find Cuprum grabs the back of your shirt. Where do you think you're going? Idiot tries to make decisions for themselves. The decisions are bad. Nobody is fucking surprised. LOL. You point out very respectively that all these people look pretty lost and confused. Soon the prank is over now, and everyone shakes their hands and go on as friends. This is idiotic, considering what you have learned about Alteria up until now. Not a prank. This is bull. It's not over until all of them are dead or crying. Okay. Well, okay, as long as you aren't the one dead or crying, none of the Highbloods look too close to doing either. Though, they're starring in a clump in the center of the street, nervous but fine. It's just a minor inconvenience, like the flat tire or spilled cup of coffee. They have been lured into the slums by some greasy nerds. Fucking pretty much. But they don't plan on doing anything besides watching and giggling. One of the Blue Bloods, a smallish girl with a cerulean symbol on her hair clips, is standing a little apart from the group, furiously texting. TFW, when Dirty Blue Blood Girl starts losing her cool. Should have known one of them would crack. We aren't sure what's going on. No. Still not great. Wriggler is calling them damn drones. Usually Highbloods wouldn't go running to them like that. Don't want to admit Lowbloods got one over on them. When you get owned, fucking own it. That could go on a fucking t-shirt, actually. Not like a sick t-shirt. They seem bummed that their prank isn't going to end so fast with so little damage done. But isn't that the point of a prank? That everyone is going to give out relatively unscathed? Anything more and it becomes assault. Overhead is a whirl and clank, loud but not loud enough to prepare you for the damn flying bus coming in for a landing out on the street. Holy shit. You don't think you've ever been so excited about public transportation. You are confident that continuing your ramble across the alien world is the best thing for you, but gosh, it would be nice for the rest of your feet to rest your feet for a little while. Even better, none of the trolls are getting on the bus. Seem to have any money or travel passes. Perfect. You don't have any of those things either. You start around the trash pile again. This time, two pairs of hands grab you on the back of the shirt. Dude, where the hell are you going? You quickly explain that you want to catch the bus before it takes off again. You have no idea how long it'll be before another one arrives. They look at you like you're crazy. Well, he looks at you while follicle looks kind of off over your fuck. Can you call it looking if someone doesn't have eyes? Listen, I know we made jokes about your intelligence, about the intelligence of everybody around us. It's just our thing. But you are actually mentally handicapped. Fuck you, bro, what the hell? You can't get on you can't just get on a charted scuttle buggy. That's for cerulean up to maybe teal, if they got a death wish. Damn heterospectrum thing again. You really don't need someone to sit you down and explain. You really need someone to sit you down and explain exactly how this works, preferably without calling you an idiot the whole time, or just hitting on you. It just seems weird. At least the oppressive power structures from your planet make sense. Well, no, they don't actually. But you're used to them, which makes them much better and more acceptable. Oh boy. Just hang back as all the Blue Bloods get on the bus. It occurs to you that even though this was their prank that lured the Blue Bloods down here, they both had to watch it all unfold behind the dumpster. They don't dare to do anything head-on. Not that you support just randomly attacking people on the streets, but it is kind of fucked up. Only a certain kind of violence is acceptable, aimed in a very specific direction. Judging from how easily they how easily Cuprum picked you up with his brain. He could hold his own in a fight, no problem. The bus takes off, blasting a backdraft that rattles the empty cans and crumbles bits of garbage in the gutter. Stillness descends on the alley. Wow, that was anticlimactic. Cuprum said while calling the drone, but a bus came instead. Maybe calling the drone can mean a whole bunch of things, like calling 911 can be a report of a robbery or someone's leg falling off. Or that's what you think until you hear the distant but quickly closing pound of a giant footstep. Fuck. Time to go. Wait, time to go. Strapped around securely around Cuprum, and he takes off, like literally takes off. First you think he's wearing those shoes with the little wheels at the bottom. What the kind of kid wear crash and the stuff at the mall. But no, he's hovering a half-inch from the ground, and you have to run to keep up with him. Your steps are loud on the pavement. Familiar weightlessness shoots through your limbs, settling in your guts. Energy cackles around you, picking you up from the ground and pulling you along beside them. He has enough power to float both of you at once, all while carrying his girlfriend on his back. You don't know much about psychics, but that's pretty damn impressive. The three of you round a corner and forget all about being impressed because you're too busy freaking the fuck out. You're so busy about worrying about the drone coming from behind you that you did not consider the possibility of closing in from the front. This one is smallish, but it's still a lot bigger than you, and a lot spinier, and a lot more endowed with dangerous lasers. And it's focused on the three of you instead of someone else. Three of you make a similar noise and goes a little bit like the smash at the end comes off from Cuprum picking up three of you with his brain, tossing you just as the drone shoots a laser out of its torso. It blasts the pavement where you've been standing into cracking, smoking chunks. Man, I'm tired. Tumble feet over ass into an alley wall. A concerning pain twinges through your healing ribs, but you are just so used to injuries at this point you barely wince. What's more concerning is follicle. Whatever. Blast rips her off Cuprum and sends her into the opposite direction against the alley wall with you. She immediately curls into a ball like a pill bug with a lot of hair. She doesn't respond when you ask her if she's okay. Not really sure if you should touch her. You shouldn't move injured people, right? Especially not injured people with void rot. I'm fine. I'll live. Oh, fuck. The drone had a 50-50 chance of coming in your direction instead of Cuprum's, and surprise, it did. It moves altogether way too fast for something that size. Aren't big things supposed to be slow? That's how video games taught you. Video games wouldn't lie, would they? Oh boy. Fuck. Shit. Hell. Come all this way. Dodged so many dangers, made so many friends, and now you're just gonna be lasered by some huge, spiky robot monster thing? Are they even robots? They kind of look like organic, but so do like couches. So do like couches here. But you just digress that it's going to kill you. But instead of dealing with you quick, fatal blow, the drone stops in the center of the street. Big, ugly head swivels towards Focal. Oh god. It's possible you found someone more gullible than you are. Walteria definitely doesn't seem like a great place to be the weakest link. As usual, you're next to useless. All you can do is watch as the drone takes a heavy step towards her. Desperate, kick a nearby trash can, and you shout, you make as much noise as you can, trying to draw its attention. Once you have it, you aren't sure what you're going to do with it, but you aren't worried about that right now. The drone grinds to an uncertain halt. Its head slowly turns towards you, but then back to Follicle. It can't make up its mind. Should it go for the Void Rot or the noisy asshole? Probably the noisy asshole. Look around for weapons while it's frozen in indecision. Indecision! There's nothing here but empty bottles and tiny pieces of concrete. You really are a worthless wreck. Your new friend is about to get stomped on or blasted or kicked with a giant metal leg. All you can do is hop around like a maniac and smash a trash can. Fuck. Luckily, for once, you aren't really the only one here. Your new friend already has a friend. You really friend crashing. What the fuck? Copperhead doesn't screw around. He rises up on a wave of crackling power, attacking the drone by, well, basically just putting his hands on his big ugly head and discharging as much energy as possible, frying whatever brainstem the thing has. Try to be at least a little bit useful and drag Focal out of the way of the drone as it falls, but it doesn't really fall, it just shuts down. The evil red glow of its eye dies, and it goes still. It becomes just a giant, ugly statue of an alien robot in the middle of the filthy street. Cuprum drops like a rock before he's even out of the air. He's on his way to Follicle. He shoves you out of the way. Fol, are you okay? Please say you're okay. The fuck, Fol? She buries her face in Cuprum. Oh. She buries her face in his chest, two little fists clinging tight to his arms. Her shoulders rise and fall. She's taking a huge breath like she can't get her lungs to work right. Trolls even have lungs? They probably call them something weird. It's weird respiratory sacs, breath glands, sucks, whatever. I'm fine. Idiot. You had a side comment all ready to go. Concerning appreciating your loved ones while you can before a big metal monster comes and squishes them. But sitting there watching Cuprum fold like he's never wants to let her go. Well, all your sadness drains into a puddle at your feet. You don't know them. They don't know you. I mean, you don't know their life. The relationship might not be the healthiest, but honestly, whose is? You've seen really bad shit, both here and back home. Hey. You okay, dork? Yeah, you really are, thanks to them. Sweet, we got two new friends. Okay, that was chaotic. I know I butchered most of this episode, but hey, at least I tried. So thank you guys for joining me today, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Goodbye.